Hey everyone, happy Friday.
Jeez.
Day 23 of my Hormone Diaries series, and hopefully you've been getting something out of these lives. I thought I would come to you with like a real-time example of why I started doing this in the first place, because I'm feeling all the symptoms today. And before we jump straight into that, I'll just remind you that this is a series based around my own experiences of seemingly quite some intense hormonal changes because I am in the process of perimenopause. So that can be up to a 10-year period of time where your hormones change and fluctuate as a woman, on the way up to when your periods eventually stop, like for good, and that makes you in the menopause stage of your life, which usually comes sort of in your 50s. The reason I'm sharing it on this platform as Urban Fit is because regardless of your age and stage along the menstrual journey, this information is important, and all girls, young women need to know it. My generation and generations before have not been afforded this information, and I'm now just learning about it as I go, like on the hoof. And what I believe is that if we all have this information from the get-go, maybe not in loads of detail, but just, like it's like having to go on a journey, right? You get in the car, you put in the destination in your sat nav, or you read an old-fashioned map and you work out the route that's best for you. Yeah. Or you work out where there might be road work, so you avoid that. If you don't know the destination, how can you work out the route? You're blindly following it. And that is how I feel my menstrual journey has been. And a lot of the time it's been just kind of not even thinking about it, because I had very irregular periods. So it wasn't even a thing for me. So my belief is that by me sharing my personal journey at this stage of my life, it will get the rest of you interested in learning about your own bodies wherever you are in your journey, whatever knowledge you have now, however far into having periods you are, that this information should be useful to you. I certainly didn't have it, and I wish I had. So let's crack on. So we are on day 23 of the Hormone Diaries and day 6 of my personal cycle. So I'm still in the menstruation phase of my cycle. Remember, it's split into 4 different phases, and the menstruation cycle bit is from day 1, the first day that you bleed, until like you kind of stop bleeding. It's usually about between like 3 and 5 days, right? But normally give you like a 6-day window. The symptoms that you should normally be experiencing round about now, if you do experience symptoms, because not everybody does, is you might have a little bit of water retention, a little bit of bloating, just when the hormones in your system do a bit of a shift. But because I'm perimenopausal, I'm experiencing immediate and extreme bloating, like literally all of a sudden. I'm going to show you in a minute what I mean. And it's really uncomfortable. Like, it's really uncomfortable. I've had to like undo my trousers. I'm having to like put my hand just sort of underneath the underboob bit of my sports bra, because it feels like it's just cutting into me, even though there's no wire or anything there. It just feels really tight. It's making me do that whole deep breathing that I need to do when I'm feeling really anxious. And all of that is just making me feel really tired. Plus, it's like you go, where's this feeling come from? Like, why have I all of a sudden got this huge stomach? Like, why do I feel so bloated? It just all of a sudden feels like my belly's about to pop. And I know that I'm not alone in this. There are a couple of really lovely people that I follow on Instagram who really suffer with the menopausal bloat, and they are very open in sharing about it, and I thank them for that, because it shows that these things are normal, and or that we should expect some of these symptoms at different stages of our cycle. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So this morning, so I've been to the gym twice, 2 days in a row, and normally my stomach's a little bit flatter, right? But look at that. I'm not even blowing that out, but you can see where normally that would be fairly flat. Yella says that I look pregnant or fat, and I've said that the word fat is not allowed in our house, but it's solid there. It's solid, right? Ow. But it's actually really uncomfortable. And where my bra is here, my sports bra, it genuinely feels like someone's pressing in. It's not, but that's how uncomfortable it is, because it's literally starting from there, like the top of my, you know, the top bit of where your ribs join. That's how it feels. Excuse me, darling.
Hello.
Hello. Right, out of the way, because my pants are on show. Right, so from this side, and then from the front, you can see just how round that is. And that has come on really, really suddenly. And I've been trying to work out why. Apart from the fact that day 6 of your cycle is the day when bloating can be experienced as quite a common symptom. It's down to fluctuating hormone levels, water retention, gas retention. So that made me think, okay, so because I'm aware of my cycle and because of my symptoms, and because I've been tracking my cycle for several years now and really trying to understand how my body works, I'm able to ask these questions and to look into why, instead of thinking, oh my God, I'm really fat, I must go on a diet, I must just starve myself of food, I must just have put on the wrong trousers this morning. Instead of going, something's happening inside my body. What is it? What can I do to support it? Now, the response that I just gave you, oh my God, I'm so fat, I need to lose weight. I need to go to the gym 8 times this week. I need to suddenly go on a diet, is genuinely the response that I have literally had all my life to anything like that. And it's unhealthy, and it's unnecessary, and it's inappropriate, because ultimately what I'm learning, you know, what I've learned late on in life is that my body is telling me stuff. It's giving me messages. It's saying, actually, your hormones are like changing in terms of the levels of one hormone is getting higher and the level of the other hormone is getting lower, and you know, a few days ago they were the other way around, and that's why. Or maybe actually you've not drunk much water today, or you've got too much salt on your food, or you've just been doing that whole I'm going to eat on the go thing and ingested loads of air whilst I've been eating. And so it allows me, with that awareness, to ask myself these questions that might point towards why I'm feeling so bloated, instead of blaming my body and going, I hate you and I'm going to do something to punish you, which is restrict food and beast myself at the gym. And I know I'm not alone in that either. So this is my invitation to you to be kind to yourselves and to look upon your body as the temple that it is, and listen to it. You know, it's full of wisdom. It's telling you exactly what you need to know whenever you choose to hear it, right? So make those moments more frequent. So now I know that I'm really bloated. I'm thinking, right, okay. So I made myself a whole meal wrap with some grated cheese, not too much, and some rocket, and a tiny bit of mayonnaise, right? And I ate that. And I ate it stood up. I was quite hungry at the time. I probably didn't chew it. as much as I should have done. But there was nothing about that situation that would have caused the bloating to the excess that I am bloated right now. So that then goes on to, right, I just need to sit and chill for a bit, or I need to go for a gentle walk. I certainly need to drink more water, and maybe later on I will have a nice Epsom salt bath and try and detoxify any water or toxins that I'm holding on to that could be causing this bloating. But really the most important thing, if you're experiencing this as well, is to be kind to yourself. Go easy on yourself. If you're wearing clothes that are making you feel really restricted, change your clothes. And don't beat yourself up about it. You know, so what if you've got to undo your button? So what if you've got to change out of your skinny jeans into a pair of looser trousers? So what? As long as you're comfortable, that is all that matters. And equally, the bloating will subside, so it's not going to be there forever. I know some ladies, they suffer with this bloating like really on and off, and it's more on than it is off, and that is really quite debilitating sometimes for people. And you know, it can make you feel really awful, and you know, that then plays on your mind and can add to or start mental health issues. So if you're in that space, then, you know, reach out to your nearest and dearest, speak to your GP, but certainly track your symptoms and how you're feeling, so that you can get to know when these symptoms of bloating are making themselves known. So really that covers like the support element, how to support yourself. You know, connect with the feeling, try and ask questions of yourself in terms of like, why are you telling me this? Yes, love.
When can I use the laptop?
When I say so.
But it's been an hour.
Yeah, and I haven't done. Just why are you asking me now?
Because I have
Not now. When I say. If you carry on, you won't use it at all. Let go of my stuff. Thank you. Has anyone else got one of these? Hi, Grace. Nice to see you pop up. Yella, you will not use my laptop if you continue to behave in that way. So now I've completely lost my train of thought, which is why I say to Yella, I am not going to do my live in the same room as you, because you will willingly distract me and get up in my grill, which is exactly what she just done. And my ADHD brain cannot cope with the distraction. So be aware of the feelings that you're experiencing, whether it be bloating, whether it be discomfort, whether it be pain, headaches, whatever it is. Listen to that and like imagine your body as a person, and your body is physically telling you something, right? So that's a message from another person. So what are you going to ask in return? So thank you very much for that information. Why am I suddenly feeling bloated? Like, what has led to that? And then track back why you think that might be. Are you drinking enough water? Have you just been eating too much salt lately? Is your overall diet quite healthy and balanced, or is it not? Have you had a bit of a rough week in terms of just picking up food when and if you can? And then consider ways to support yourself to feel better. Like I've just given those examples. Drink more water, put some looser clothes on, or undo my button and chill. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Maybe have an Epsom salt bath later. But most importantly, be kind to myself and don't blame my bloating on my body and hate it forever and start punishing it with restrictive eating and excessive exercise and all of that. Equally, we are in the disseminating moon phase. So we've just had a full moon a few days ago when the moon is at its fullest, it's got the most energy and it's at its brightest. And now it's starting to, the light is starting to wane. So instead of seeing a full ball of light in the sky, it's starting to change shape. So that when it completes its next cycle, towards the new moon, that is when you see the moon as like a bit of a shadow, and there is no light that we can see. So the disseminating phase, so we're starting to lose that energy, and the moon is currently in Aries, and I'm going to tell you exactly what that means. So I'm taking this from the AstroSeek website. So if you're interested in the moon phase, AstroSeek website's a really good one. So it says, the feeling of uncertainty can make you solve problems faster than is natural. Do not rush as if there was a deadline. Try to slow down so that you can decide what you want to do and proceed at your own comfortable pace. This phase in your menstrual cycle as well, the menstruation phase, so the first phase, is also a really good time for planning, like gearing up for the next phase when you'll do like more active work. So if you've got a project on the go, if you're planning a holiday, for example, this is like the planning stage where you're sort of collating all that information together, prepping it, ready for the doing. So if you were to relate that to nature, this is the sort of time where you would decide what crops you're going to start sowing in the next season. You know, what needs to be done around you in order to bring new stuff in, because the next phase is like the doing phase, if you like. So relating your menstrual cycle to your productivity is also like a superpower. If you can understand those things, then that can make your day-to-day relevant to your menstrual cycle, and that makes you more likely to want to be friends with your cycle. Okay. So that's it. That's basically my live for today, all about menstrual bloating. Let me know if this has landed for you. I'm going to probably do a post about bloating because I know it's something that a lot of people suffer with for many different reasons, and there's obviously lots of different factors that can affect your body in terms of feeling bloated. But for me, for sure, it's just, I came to you real time today because I literally went from sort of a flat-ish stomach to a massively round, solid stomach within like minutes, and it feels very uncomfortable, and I wanted to bring that to you as an experience so that you know that I'm not making this stuff up. So let me know if it's been helpful, and I will come back for another episode of Hormone Diaries next time. Thanks so much for tuning in, Grace. Lovely to see your name pop up. And to anyone else that might be watching this, make sure you hashtag replay so that I can see that you've watched it. Much love to you. Bye for now.